So in this module, we need to um, cover these many portions: wireless in local loop, wireless local area network, Bluetooth and personal area network, and WiMAX technologies architecture. So we will resume. So wireless in local loop. So here uh, there is a fixed wireless equipment. So this fixed wireless equipment is just for the last mile access. uh, we can avoid wires and use wireless. Instead of telephone being wired to your home, you are using a wireless. That is this basic thing. So the frequencies assigned are higher, 10 times carrier frequency of cellular, and hence frequency is higher means antenna size is smaller. So directional antenna can be fabricated. Microwave links can be used to create wireless in local loop. So this you have a system, a communication system, internet service providers, a backbone network, and finally you come to a central office from which the last mile could be a cable or a fiber or a copper, or it could be wireless. So this is the local loop can be thought of as last mile of telecommunication network that resides between central office, this is the central office, and individual homes or businesses, mid market businesses, all these. They can have access to this central office in a wireless fashion. So the wireless in local loop system connects subscribers to local telephone station wirelessly. There are various other names like radio in the loop, fixed radio access, local multi-point distribution service. This was started by allocating certain band spectrum in this microwave band. So all these are different variants of this wireless in local loop. Essentially, a wireless connection to the central office, which supplements copper lines. So these are mobile users. Okay. However, they are wirelessly connected. They are not traveling at a speed or things like that. So this can be used in many third world countries and small islands, all these places. It is impossible to lay copper into terrain, etc. Again, it is useful for some business park, industrial area, and you can deploy it faster. This is fixed. So this fixed wireless equipment means what is the difference between mobiles? In the mobile scenario, you have multiple parts varying with time, etc. So the channel is different. Channel means between transmitter and receiver. In a wireless local loop, the advantage of well-defined time invariant channel between transmitter and receiver. So that is another advantage regarding the channel for a wireless in a wireless scenario. Is in mobile you have a varying channel, time varying channel. So high frequency, high gain, directional antenna is possible, and there is something called multi-path rejection, which is better here because of this. The channel is better. You can take advantage of this channel. One aspect which favors wireless loop, local loop is the wireless. If you increase the distance, also the cost is same of deployment. Whereas for a wireless line, the cost increases with distance. So distance and terrain as well. So many factors which favor this wireless in local loop. Basically, last mile access from central office to or residence or office. So if you compare this wireless local loop to a wireline or a mobile, here there is a line of sight, and in mobile you have many components, and hence the channel is different. We haven't discussed the channel here, but you might have come across these in digital communication. Raleigh channel, Russian channel has a line of sight. Because of this wireless local loop is fixed, although wireless. So these are certain differences. So here in wireline line you need cables. Uh, Tons of copper is buried under the earth in this wireline system. Here, uh, so the cost is less, and deployment is faster. So these are certain advantages of wireless in local. So apart from that, we need to go to wireless local area network. നമ്മൾ കമ്പ്യൂട്ടർ കമ്മ്യൂണിക്കേഷനിലൊക്കെ പഠിച്ച ആ 802.11 സ്റ്റാൻഡേർഡാണ് wireless LAN. So wireless LAN is 802.11, and after that we come to wireless personal area network. The range is lesser. The standard, these are all IEEE standard. IEEE 802.15. ആ 15-ൽ തന്നെ പേഴ്സണൽ ഏരിയ നെറ്റ്വർക്ക് 15.1 ആണ് ബ്ലൂടൂത്തും 15.4 ആണ് സിഗ്ബി. ഈ ബ്ലൂടൂത്ത് ആണ് നമ്മുടെ സിലബസിലുള്ളത്. ഇത് തമ്മിൽ ഡാറ്റ റേറ്റിലും ഡിസ്റ്റൻസിലും മാത്രമേ വ്യത്യാസമുള്ളൂ. So there may be a difference in physical layer technologies adopted, etc. And hence we may have versions like A, B, C, D, E, F. നമ്മൾ യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ഫ്രീക്വൻസി, നമ്മൾ യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്ന മോഡുലേഷൻ, ട്രാൻസ്മിറ്റ് Okay, I think I came back. The current way. Okay. Okay. So I'll continue. So I stop here. So the mobile communication technology according to IEEE these are the standards. IEEE defined standard. In addition, we have alliance of vendors like Wi-Fi or 6G, Bluetooth or WiMAX. All these are groups of vendors. So these are the names given by them. So rather than spelling IEEE 802.11, A, B, C, all these things, people prefer this. So vendors give such names. So they are actually IEEE standards. 802.11 for Wi-Fi, 802.15. 1 is Bluetooth and 4 is Zigbee. 802.16, IEEE 802.16 is WiMAX. So this wireless metropolitan area is 802.16 or WiMAX. Wireless metropolitan area is a larger size. The geographical size is larger. So this is WiMAX. And wireless LAN is IEEE 802.11. This is Wi-Fi. And wireless PAN, personal area network, this is local area network, and this is Bluetooth. And the frequency used may be different. The modulation systems may be different. The speed, the range. So metropolitan area is having maximum range amongst these three. And lower than that is wireless LAN, which is within a building. And personal area is within the personal space. And here the speed also varies. The frequencies used are different. The modulation schemes are different. So this just shows the basic features of these three. So this we will discuss later. Now we will discuss this one, which is 802.11, and next we will discuss this personal area network. So only a overview. So wireless networks are standardized by IEEE. So 802 LAN, PAN and MAN standards committees are there. LAN is 11, working group 11. MAN is working group 16 and PAN is working group 15. So in computer communication, we have this ISO layers, OSI ISO layers. Whereas in this 802, we have focus on these three layers: physical layer, medium access layer, and logical link layer. So the devices are not computers like in computer communication. Here we have this IEEE 802 standards with devices more focusing on these layers. So basically the IEEE 802 layers, they define the physical layer and MAC layer variations. And here when we go from 1, 8, 11, A to say E, N, Z, A, H, all these are variants. So the frequency may be changing, the modulation may be changing, uh, physical layer may be changing. So all these changes are incorporated in these subscripts. In all versions there are variants. So 802 16E. Okay, so M is there. So all these variants are basically you have different specification for physical layer and MAC layer. MAC layer is how you access the channel, and physical layer are all the error control modulation schemes. In wireless local area network, they use radio waves as carriers. So we looked at Ethernet last semester. That was wired system. 802.3, I think. So here 802.11. The working group is 11. The last link with the users is wireless to give a network connection to all users in a building or campus, a department, etc. So the backbone would be cables, and this Wi-Fi is the alliance of vendors, and the IEEE working group is 802.11. So most of these work under some brands which are unlicensed. So this is an agency FCC allocated this much of unlicensed stuff. You don't need to go for a license. And such bands, specifically known as ISM, industrial, scientific and medical. For these purposes, industrial, scientific and medical purpose, they have allocated certain bands. In 5 gigahertz it's there, in 2 gigahertz it's there, in 900 megahertz also it's there. So this is an example of one such band allocated in the 5 gigahertz band. So this is called unlicensed national information infrastructure band also, this band. In general, we have ISM band. We'll come to that. 802 11 is wireless LAN. So in wireless LAN, there are two types of architectures. One is an ad hoc network. In ad hoc network, the basic these devices are referred to as STA means station. Terminals with access mechanism to wireless media. These are all stations. So these are all ad hoc networks. This is a basic service set. One such set is called a basic service, which is independent. Independent basic service set 1. Station 1, station 2, 3. Now this is yet another independent basic service set 2, station 5, 4, and this is another ad hoc network. So on the fly you can configure this network. They are ad hoc in nature. There is no master and there is no slave in this ad hoc network. Also, you can have a infrastructure network. So infrastructure, this is ad hoc network, seen earlier. This is again ad hoc network. Infrastructure network, you have an access point. So these stations, STA connects to access point, which is connected to a backbone wired network. So this is infrastructure network. You have the wired network already in place. You have access points which gives connection to this wired network, and this is the infrastructure network. Or you can have just a meeting in a conference room. You can have just a wired amongst themselves. You can have ad hoc wireless. So these are the two types of networks in wireless LAN. So architecture of an infrastructure network. So you have a station. So all these are stations. Terminal with access to wireless media. A basic service set. Access point which connects to a distribution system. It is integrated to a distribution system, and you can have a bridge to other networks as well. So distribution system interconnection network to form one logic extended service set. So you can form an extended service set by connecting basic services. And hence this is a general architecture of a infrastructure network, and you can connect to other networks as well. So this is the 80.11 in general. Two types of network configurations or network architectures are possible. So you can have many flavors in this 11, 11B, 11AG, and many uh, versions which are progressively you have at different points of time, and you use different rates, different bands. Some are in 2.4 gigahertz band, and actually so Wi-Fi started with 802.11b, the industrial alliance, the alliance of vendors, and that was in this range 802.11b. And 11A came after B also. Again, this was in a different band. Speeds are different, and uh, so all these are different standards and rates. We don't go into the details of this. So the thing you should know that these are all license-free bands, industrial, scientific, medical. So maybe some other device like a microwave oven, etc., could be operating. So that is one problem with this license-free band. You don't pay for this spectrum; it is free for use. But many other devices, many industrial, scientific, medical devices may be operating in those. So they will keep some restrictions on power for those devices. So those devices have to be compliant to a Wi-Fi alliance, they will specify some maximum radiated power. In this band, this is this much. So Windows only this much. So all these are the set of standards which are there. So you need to conform to all these. So a standardization body is there, industry vendor alliance is there, so which will ensure that the restrictions on power, all these are maintained so that interference, you cannot transmit any power you wish. So there are restrictions on that. So basically, the standard is defined by IEEE. It's not 211. They basically define the physical and math layers. So these are similar things. Uh, So here I have just written the distance as well. Some standards provide when you have distance, more distance, your speed decreases. When the distance is smaller, your speed is more. So the speed is related to distance, and the distances are varying according to the standards, according to the specification of the standard, which are defined by the IEEE physical and math law. It's not to point one and all these alphabets. All these alphabets means the physical layer is different. And the math protocol mostly is CSMA CA. We have seen last semester that CSMA CD is not feasible in wireless. Only CA, collision avoidance. In physical layer, you have direct sequence spread spectrum, frequency hopping spread spectrum. You have infrared as well. Infrared as well. OFDM is there. So various physical layer and math layer. The spectrum is you basically spread the bandwidth of the transmitted signal over a frequency spectrum, which is wider than the minimum bandwidth required to transmit the signal. So this is to reduce the effect of jamming. So all these developed during World War, etc. So military scenarios, how to avoid jamming, to reduce effect of other interference, how to be more secure. So when you spread the signal, it is like it will appear as a noise to others and not as a signal. So basically frequency scoping spectrum and direct direct sequence spectrum are there. We don't go into the detail, but these are like you are hopping the carrier frequency in one pattern. There could be many other patterns. So different hopping sequence exists. So it is robust against some interference. So this is one method, frequency hopping spectrum, a pattern, how you hop from one frequency to another. And there are many other patterns, one possible pattern. And so basically you have a narrowband system like this. So this is much higher than the noise level signal. When you spread, you multiply with some high high frequency uh, code or checking spreading signal, and you make the signal appear to be like an inductance, and you can have hopping of frequency, and this is one frequency hopping spectrum. And here I just put a, a Hollywood actor has a patent for this. So it is not completely academic people are having patents. It is also possible that she with a musician, he was able to play piano with with different notes. So that was not accepted as such by the authorities. However, she was given patent later. So just wanted to indicate that it is not just academicians who have this patent. So this frequency hopping spectrum, the patent has, but this is not fully academically proven or things like that. With the help of a musician only, she could do this such a idea. So creativity and artists, they have contribution in this uh, technology as well. So here, frequency hopping spectrum, you just shift between frequency uh, with time. So you are hopping in a pattern. So that is the basic of frequency hopping spectrum. And direct sequence spectrum, more prevalent, it is spread to a wide bandwidth by using a pseudo-random sequence or code sequence. So signal appear as wideband noise to unintended receiver. So this is one such method. Another is frequency hopping, and infrared is also there. So many other methods of physical layer is there. The data rate is different. The MAC is basically CSMA CA. And the next uh, topic is personal area network. So the personal area network, you have Bluetooth. Bluetooth is the vendors alliance. So the IEEE standard specified by IEEE is IEEE 802.15.1. So this is a short range, the ad hoc wireless connectivity between devices, computer and peripheral. It's a short range, and there is a data transmission. And this also is not to 15.1 will have ABC like that, different versions. So basically, what you have is a Econet. You have a master, and you have various slaves, and one unit. So a Piconet is a collection of devices in an ad hoc fashion, the ad hoc network in an ad hoc fashion. Uh, so here, however, there is a master and slaves, and one unit acts as master and other acts as slave for the lifetime of the Piconet. So there is a hopping pattern, and there can be many Piconet. We don't go into that. So participation in a Piconet is synchronization to a hopping sequence. So each Piconet has one master and up to 7 simultaneous slaves. So this is how the architecture of a Bluetooth. It is basically a master and a slave forming Piconet. It is also shown standby devices and park devices. So these are the active connections. So again, you have 15.1 and all these various versions of various standards and different versions of 15.1. Again, Bluetooth, basically it is a personal within a personal operating space, and the frequency is the ISM band, and these are the data rates, and advantages is easily integrated into several products available free ISM band. So the uh, disadvantages with this all these are ISM is the interference on ISM band. So because all these systems do not require license, there could be many other systems within the vicinity, etc. So you have mm, the IEEE standard 802.15.1. That is the wireless personal area network standard, whereas the industry alliance is this Bluetooth. So we'll stop here, and next class we'll continue. So this Bluetooth is this one. So basically a cable replacement. And SIGME is also equal to 15, working with 15, but the next digit is 4. So equal to 15 stands for personal area network for the IEEE standard. 802.11 stands for wire LAN, local area network or Wi-Fi. This is a trademark. These are all alliance names. These are all alliance names, vendor alliances. And this has a lower weight than Bluetooth. Both are personal area network, it is 15.4 as well as 15.1. So both are personal area network. These are the IEEE standards. So we'll stop here, and basically 6B is having lower weights. So designed for wireless control sensor of personal area network and connectivity between say, lights, switches, thermostat, all these things. So these are the various standards here which we need to uh, wireless local loop, wireless local area network. This is 802.11. This is 802.15.1. And personal area network is one is 6B, which is 802.15.4. Okay, tomorrow we will come to WiMAX and